Woohoo! Mics are up, guys. It's showtime.
Yep,
Can you believe it, guys? 6 weeks of college football this week. This is where you get a lot of surprises going on. 5th week of the NFL, and we're ready to rumble. What's going on, everybody? I am glad to be back. This is the one and only Get the Edge Sports Podcast. I'm Scott Matthews here live, live at the one and only Podcast Junkie Studios in Boca Raton. My man, Ben Castro, running the show, making us the dough. And I'm joined by my two co-hosts, the guys that make the show work with me each and every week. Without them, there's no show. It's all of us that make the show. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. I got the best Chinese dinner I ever had in my entire life Saturday night because TK went down like the Titanic and Scotty M collected on the Oregon Ducks with an outright winner. What's up, TK?
Yeah, well, if they didn't get that fourth down on that final drive there, Penn State wins by 7. I didn't bring a duck in there today, but I think I just like when the Muscovy Ducks just walked by for him and go bring them in.
I don't know if you should go against Scotty M when he got that big play, man. It hasn't been working well for you, but listen, you're the man. You did great. You had some good winning going on already this week. Here's the guy that made it shine last week on the show.
Woo! I'm fired up after last week.
He doesn't even let me introduce him.
Sorry.
He's so hot. Here he is, Teddy Brooks. What's up?
I don't know if I can repeat what I did last week in college football, swept the board on the show, but I do want to give everyone here props because we all had winning records on the show last week. So that's why, guys, if you're watching this, I think Scotty forgot to say one thing. Grab your pen and paper.
Yeah, well, I didn't get into that part of it yet. I just want to do a little recap.
Grab it now, though.
All right, Ted. All right. What's in the cup, Teddy?
Just coffee.
All right, good.
Just coffee.
Just making sure. You and TK drive me nuts.
I got water.
You guys
here
have
today.
cups, hidden cups in the on the set. Anyways, guys, little recap of last week. Some great college football games. What'd you guys think of Roll Tide, baby, coming into Georgia and getting the job done? This Ty Simpson looked pretty damn good, man. He looked very poised in that game. I put out Bama. I used the over. I got kind of screwed on that. They had 42 in the first half. Nobody scores like hardly anything in the second half. What'd you think of those games last week? Obviously, Oregon, Penn State. Seemed like there were more marquee matchups than this week. What was your take on the Bama?
On those three marquee matchups, they were great games, by the way.
Yeah.
Ole Miss game went pretty much
called that.
Ole Miss game went pretty much how I expected.
The lane train.
The lane train, baby, and that's going to keep rolling. You know, there's rumors.
It didn't go over, though.
No, it didn't. There's rumors about
Hey,
him.
don't knock him.
Yeah, he's trying to kill me over here.
Yeah,
there's rumors.
No, I was talking about the coach and the daughter.
He sounds like the customer now.
There's rumors about now. You know, Lane's high status now. They're talking about
Hasn't he been high though?
Yeah, but now they're talking about what's going to happen if Tuscaloosa gives him that phone call, Scotty. But anyway, the Georgia game went just how I expected. I didn't expect Alabama to be as potent, but I knew that could be anybody's game.
Right.
And then the Oregon-Penn State game, the main thing there is Franklin. He's got an issue beating the big matchups.
I told TK
He's
that.
got an issue, man.
It seems like they find ways to screw it up. And
I think the
did it
situation
again.
was with the quarterback. He was DNM some girl. I was reading something. It must have been in his head. It kind of messed him up there.
Could have been.
The shocker
It's
of the
always-
week, man. Florida State, Virginia. I can't believe that game, Virginia. Florida State
Why was
couldn't
it
put them
shock?
out.
Didn't shock me.
I thought FSU would have taken care of business, put them out, because they had a big matchup this week going against the Miami Hurricanes. Now, college game day, jump ship. They don't like the ACC, obviously, college game day.
They love the SEC,
They love the
TK.
SEC.
You know that.
What did I tell you about the 6.5 point spread on a game when a team on the road is 6.5, college or NFL? All three games that were like that was the FSU game, they lost. In the NFL was the LA Chargers 6.5 against Giants, they lost. And at night, Green Bay Packers 6.5 against Dallas. Every game they put a 6.5 number on, with the road team being favored in a tough matchup, all went down.
Yeah.
0-3.
Speaking about Green Bay, what do you think about games ending in a tie, 40-40? Do you think they should keep playing till somebody scores? Or
No,
what
because
should they
there's
do?
too many injuries.
Too many injuries. It's happened before. I don't think it's a big deal. I think people are making a big deal out more of it on this one because it's happened in the past, but people are making a bigger deal on this one because betting's legal, so more people are talking about their bets. But at the end of the day, what was the line on that game?
6.5.
Right. So even if that game continued with field goals or
cover.
that the betting result in that game wouldn't have changed.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter. So I don't
matter.
think it's that big of a deal.
Dallas, once it went to overtime, was Dallas. And
Now,
you bet Green Bay
here's
was-
my big takeaway from last week. I've been
hope it's not the same as mine.
I've been itching and scratching to talk about this. Okay, week one, we came in here after week one NFL, and I mentioned how Jackson Dart's Rookie of the Year odds went from plus 2,500 to plus 2,000, and he didn't even play a snap. It was just because Russell Wilson was doing so poorly. So I put a little wager on that one because I thought that was interesting. You're getting great value if they do bench Russell. Well, guess what? They benched him. Dart came in, beats the Chargers. Guess what his Rookie of the Year odds are now?
15-1.
Plus 450. 4.5 to 1.
Yeah, but I got to ask you a question.
That's value,
He did
Scotty.
lose a big receiver, though, too.
He did, but that's still great value to go.
And it's not a powerful rookie.
It's not.
Class.
That's why I like the play. That's why I thought it was a good play. So, guys, when you're watching the show,
one game you can't.
This guy does not like Dart. I can tell.
No, I like young kids that have talent.
Yeah.
Are you crazy? No, I love it. But I'm just saying it's one game.
It is one game, but it's one game against a really good team, really good defense. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I think that them starting him at home was important and it was good. So yeah,
who they played tonight. Now it'll be a true test. See how he can run it up because they're playing. I think New Orleans was terrible.
Yeah, they're playing New Orleans and they're actually dogs by like a point in this one because they're on the road. Yeah.
So
but
they're not,
he has to win this game now to really get that. Like you can't
Momentum.
beat LA and then lose to New Orleans.
Well, New Orleans, that line moved big time on that game, too.
Did it?
What about Tim and I got the same beef going here. What about this Rams team sticking in our
2 weeks in a row.
backside 2 weeks in a row? I mean, last week, unbelievable.
First of all, the guy was running across the goal line, drops the ball, that changes the whole game right there.
Right there.
Right there. That would have been 7 points
An
right there. Wouldn't even been that
touchdown
close.
pass with a minute and a half left instead of going down the field to kick a field goal or go to OT. They throw a guy's wide open 88-yard touchdown, beats us. The week before, blocked field goal by Philly. They run down the field to beat us.
A lot of injuries, too, in the NFL coming out this week, too.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think? Do you think, what's the Tyreek Hill? He was clapping because he was happy he doesn't have to play with Tua the rest of the year, or he was just happy he was getting off the field?
I think good spirits for him. One thing I'll tell you about
Maybe he can run
Tyreek
away
Hill,
from his ex-wife.
when he first got hurt, they were talking about not playing ever again. That's how bad that injury was. The surgeon just finished his surgery. They say the surgery went better than expected, and he should be back playing next season.
Right.
Which I'm happy for him. I like Tyreek Hill. He gets a lot of flack from the media. The media doesn't treat him well because he has some domestic incidences, but I like him.
Yeah, but he's not the easiest guy in the box to deal with.
None of those big time receivers are. They're all
Reminds
prima
me of
donnas.
Antonio Brown.
They're all similar, man.
No, I don't know about that.
Minus the CTE. Here's a question I want to ask you guys about because this was the one big play that I was wrong about last week. What's going on with the Baltimore Ravens?
I'll tell you what's going on.
They ran into a good Chiefs team this week.
They ran into, like I said, Kansas City at home with Mahomes in a spot like that with a team that's not really playing well, and you're giving them 2.5 points. I thought it was like the steal.
Well, Lamar Jackson got hurt, too.
Yeah, but it's not like it was a close
He got
game.
hurt
though.
late.
Yeah, but
It was a blowout.
That's what I'm trying to say.
down by 20
Forget
points.
about the Chiefs.
They're not playing right
Exactly. That was a weird game, man. I was blown away.
The Chiefs,
I was absolutely blown away.
Listen, don't forget the Chiefs played the Chargers. I mean, they lost a tough game overseas to the Chargers, and then next week they played the Eagles. So it's the only two undefeated teams in the NFL right now is Buffalo and the Eagles.
Now, you're gonna love my play on this
out
week.
of all the teams in the league. So the Chiefs played a tough schedule. I told you they're going to rack up their wins. I wouldn't be surprised if they win 11 games or more, like they always seem to do. I mean, they got healthy. They're healthy right now. The Chiefs. They got a lot of great young players there, so they could cause some noise. I still think the Chargers somehow, some way is going to win that division. You got the Chargers in the lead, 3-1. You got Denver 2-2, and you got obviously the Chiefs at 2-2, and the Raiders. What are they? 1-3, I think.
Raiders are 1-3. Got Colts 3-1.
So
someone in the chat, he doesn't have a name attached to him, but someone in the chat said they should do it like college football, where they keep playing and then they just start going for 2-point conversions. I don't know.
That would mess up the betting with the over-unders and stuff, I think, in the NFL.
It would change everything. You'd have to.
what's the difference in NFL or college? It still messes it up.
Shout
Better
out.
players in the NFL.
Couple shout outs. Exotic Wagers. Josh Yates getting his pen and
That's
paper.
our boy Josh from Arizona. He jumps on the live.
Yes, sir.
All right. Listen, we got a lot to talk about this week. I mean, anything else you want to talk about last week? Obviously, the
My wallet's a little light after buying all them ducks, but I'm ready for a new week here this week.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I was going to bring you guys chicken nuggets today, but I couldn't afford them on the way in.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I hope you
Could have
don't
went
have
to the
anything.
Cuban place, got you some rabbit nuggets.
I hope you don't have anything too big, and I like the other side of
We'll
it.
see what's happening. I got 5 games I'm looking at today.
All right, excellent. Well, we got games going on Thursday night. We got one NFL game that looks interesting. The college game, to me, is not that interesting at all. You got Sam Houston, 0-4 this year on the road, going against New Mexico's 2-2. How is Sam Houston 2.5-point favorite in this game? They're 0-4. They're going on the road, and they got them a 2.5, and the total's 53.5. You guys looking at that game at all, or no?
I'm not touching that game on Thursday. That line moved up, and New Mexico State opened up at 2. They're at 2.5 now.
Yeah, I'm not touching that game with your money.
I'm trying to look.
And I don't mind using your money on my games. What about you, Teddy?
No, I'm touching the NFL, but no, we're rolling right to Friday for college.
All right, excellent.
I think this is the first Thursday college play I'm not touching, to be honest with you, this season.
I actually like one game on Friday. We'll get into that in a minute. Friday night, you got about five games on tap. Let's go right through college, then we'll go to the NFL at the end, and then we'll talk some baseball. We'll keep it moving in the right direction. Friday night, we got about 5 or 6 games on the board. One game is on my radar. T, what you thinking Friday night? Because you're the Friday night light specialist.
I'm the Friday night light specialist here. I think this Colorado State San Diego State game. Current line right now, San Diego 6-41. I'm going to jump on San Diego State in this one. San Diego State 5-1 in their last 6 against the spread versus Colorado State. They're 6-1 in their last 7 against the spread in October. They love playing in October. The quarterback's starting to click. A low total on this game. It's going to be a running game for both teams. San Diego State, they got the stronger running game in this game. I can see them win this game by 14+, so I'm jumping on San Diego State at home to get the win against Colorado State.
All right. That's it for Friday
That's
for you?
it for the Friday night for me.
All right. Great Teddy Brooks. What's up Friday night, man?
Wow. I've never been, I don't think since we started doing this show, I've never disagreed so strongly with TK on a game. I am on the complete opposite side
I'm backing up.
of this one here. Guys, this San Diego, they stink, boy. Okay, so here's the deal.
They stink.
They have the 131st ranked offense in the country. They're averaging 15 points a game. They can barely put up any points at all. They've lost their last 3 games in a row, I believe. Now, you're on San Diego State. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I agree with TK. Wow, just erase everything. I'm too hyped up right now.
Wow. What's in that
You
cup?
better check that cup over
what's
there.
It's just coffee.
Sure that's hot chocolate over there?
You said
The
that-
only time I drink on the show is when you bring it. So if you're not bringing it, I'm not drinking it. Guys, I'm sorry. I was the states. Okay, I agree with TK. San Diego State, they have the 6th ranked offense, the 6th ranked defense in the country. Colorado State only is ranked 131st on offense. And here's the thing. San Diego State, they had some issues last week scoring. They still got it done. I'm actually taking a little bit of a different approach to this game, TK. I agree with you. I love San Diego State here, but I'm taking the Colorado State team total under 17 because I don't know necessarily what San Diego State's offense is going to do Friday night, but I know their defense is going to absolutely smother and shut down Colorado State.
6-3 last
San
week.
Diego State, a perfect 100% in the red zone.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
They just got to get to the red
All
zone.
right, so hold on. We got to do a mulligan on that. He's agreeing with TK.
I agree with TK.
No disagreement.
I was just trying really hard to make some good TV, but
all right.
I got ahead of myself.
Surprised you guys aren't jumping on this one. I love Western Kentucky against Delaware on Friday night. I think these quarterbacks are excellent. Both of them are gunslingers. McVlore. I'm trying to say his name, Mike. How do you say it? McVlore for Western Kentucky. He's great. He threw for over 300 yards his last game. They're 4-1. They're playing really well, 1-1 on the road. They had a bye week, Delaware, which is the only thing that's home. But I don't think Delaware's 2.5 in this game. I like the dog in this game. I'm going to buy it up to 3.5. I think Western Kentucky stays in this game with a shot to win it. I think they're the stronger of the two. And I see them getting the job done. So I'm jumping on them against Delaware.
The fighting hens and the Hilltoppers.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think these two quarterbacks can sling it. I mean, both of them. It could be a high-scoring game. They got a 61.5. Not going to touch the total because that's kind of a tough number to try to beat. But I think the dog is alive, and I'm going to take the dog, and I'm going to move it to 3.5.
Western Kentucky's a nice up-and-coming program. They seem to make improvements every year.
Yeah, well, they're playing good right now, and I think they can match up really well against Delaware in this spot. And I think if Delaware was right, the home field advantage in a game like this could have been at least 3.5. So they got it at 2.5. They're trying to, make that number a little softer than I think it should be. So I'm going to buy it up to 3.5 the way I think it should be and lock it in. That's it for me on Friday. You guys done on Friday?
I'm done on Friday night as well.
Yeah?
I do. I mean, I can put a game out for my customers. I already got to put out Western Virginia, BYU, but not giving that one out here.
We got a big board of games, guys. We're going to just roll right into Saturday. The two marquee games, I don't know if you guys have opinions on them yet, but I'm going to mention them. Obviously, the number 16 ranked team in the nation, Vanderbilt, a perfect 5-0, and their quarterback, Diego Pavia, has been on fire leading that team. But they're going into Tuscaloosa, roll Tide, as Yates would say, roll Tide, who's 3-1, and Ty Simpson looks dynamite since his first debacle. I think the Butterflies got to him in the Florida State game, and I think Florida State just had the right game plan. But since then, he's been playing dynamite. They've rolled off 3 straight. We got Alabama, 10.5, total of 56.5. You boys on that game at all, either one?
Not touching it. That's a scary play, because
these guys want to know about these big games, man.
Well, listen,
if you had to put it to me, I think Alabama rolls them. But I'm not putting up. I think Alabama's going to beat them by 15, 20 plus.
Because it's a big revenge spot, right? They embarrassed Alabama last year. Remember, they took that goalpost into the river in Nashville. Now it's in Bama. Now it's in Tuscaloosa. If I had to put money on this game, I'm putting money on Bama. I'm not.
Let me read you guys some numbers on this game. Just some numbers that I pulled up. Vanderbilt's averaging 49 points a game in their 5 wins. They're averaging 223 yards on the ground per game. That's huge, man. That's 220. I know they haven't played Bama in all those games, but the bottom line is they're running the ball, they're moving the ball on the ground. They're averaging 49 points through the air and the ground. Obviously, quarterback averaging 313 yards a game for Bama, Ty Simpson. And, they got a strong defense, obviously, Alabama, but they're running into a buzzsaw. I hate to do this because I know my kid is probably watching this and is going to say, Dad, what the hell's going on here? But I think Vanderbilt is as real can be. I can't give any credit, take any credit away from what they've done this year. And I think they can show up in this game. 10.5 points, man. I'll go to 11.5. I think Vandy stays in this game. They give Bama a hard-fought game. Maybe Bama squeaks it out at the end. I don't know. But I'm going to take 11.5 and run to the bank. Because you give me an offense like this with a quarterback that's as poised as this guy is, against, obviously, Bama, who's playing real well, like I said, the last 3 games, and they can move the ball. I think this game is all about the dog.
Scotty, you know what I just realized? Okay, so they took the game day away from FSU Miami to give it to Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
Your 2 kids go to the two premier games this Saturday. You got one at each.
Oh, wait till you hear what I got.
You got one at each. Are you going to go? I'm going to see if you're going to go against both of them.
Well, let's talk.
If I were to play this game, I'd probably play Bama either first quarter or first half. They seem to know how to get off to that hot start. Composed, and then
how do you stop this offense though for Vandy's, man?
Georgia couldn't do it. So maybe. You're talking about Vandy's offense. Yeah. I was talking about Alabama's offense.
I'd probably buy it down to 9.5 and take Alabama. I mean, Alabama, they lost to them last year, but look at all the games they played the years before. I know it's a different scenario.
We got another Chicago beef chow mein on the line.
No, maybe on another game, but not on this one.
All right, very good. I thought maybe you'd want to do it. All right, guys. Obviously, the big one up in Tallahassee, the other place I go visit, just like I visit Bama, is this big game. Undefeated Miami, 4-0, coming in, marching in now, feeling good about themselves, knowing that FSU got beat. So they figured now it's not going to be somebody's O's got to go because someone's O went. With Vandy beat Florida State. We got a huge game here. I mean, this line would have been 1.5. Don't you think, Teddy, if they were both undefeated? Now it's 4.
It would have been a 2.5, 3-point game probably.
I don't think it would have been that high.
I think there was a little exposure there with Florida State, losing that game to Virginia, losing it the way they lost it.
They ran all over them, man.
They ran exactly. All over them. I mean,
quarterback went crazy.
Big score, big number. Whenever a team that's a high-ranked team that has, hopes to go to the Natty gives up a big number like that. That's not good. So, I think the pressure at the end of the day, I think the pressure is actually going to be on Miami because they're going into Tallahassee. Florida State kind of feels like, okay, we got our loss out of the way.
They weren't even ranked coming into the season,
right?
FSU, so.
They weren't ranked coming into the season. They did the hopes were not nearly as high. So I don't know. I think the pressure is definitely on Miami in this play. The lines moved from like 6.5 to 4.5, 6 to 4.5, something like that. So that's some interesting line movement. But I think public money's on Florida State pretty heavy based on what I'm seeing.
Let's look at this game for a minute before I toss it to you guys. I don't know if you're playing it or not, but you got the number one offense in the nation. Florida State averaging 600 yards a game. That's crazy. But obviously it's in 4 games, and I guess you can include the Alabama and the Virginia game. They've over 600 yards a game. They're going against one of the toughest defenses in the country in Miami. Miami's hitting hard, man. They're coming out. It looks like they want to destroy people. They actually absolutely destroyed Florida. 26-7, but they were all over the field running everyone down. So this is going to be I think this is going to be the Miami defense that makes the difference in this game against the Florida State offense. I think that defense could cause Castellanos to make some mistakes, and I think Miami wins this game, hook or crook, and wins this game. 4.5, man. I'm going to bring it down. I got to bring it down. I'm going to bring it down to 3. I'm going to make it a field goal. I think Miami wins this game. I think they're too talented. Like T said earlier in the season, I don't know if he's backing up on it. They got a shot to go undefeated. Why not? They could beat this FSU team. I think with their talented offense and defense, I think they can slow that team down. What's your thoughts?
I'm not using the game personally, but if I was going to do
you guys aren't using the best 2 games of the weekend.
The best 2 games, I got a couple better games out there.
My opinion, Scotty,
it is a great game, but
it's a great game, and you know what I say: the better the game, the more I'd rather watch it, not bet it. When you have 100 games on, there's better ways to make money. I know that's what people want. I know that's what the public wants. But it's like kids, right? The kids, they want the ice cream and the cookies. That doesn't mean you're feeding it to them every day. You're feeding them what's going to make them healthy. So I treat it the same way. If I have a client, I'm not going to give the client what he wants.
Why don't you like the game? Is there any?
I don't dislike the game. I just think these.
It's too tough.
I think it's too tough. I think
just like the Bama Georgia game. I thought that could go any way.
Yeah, no.
I think it's going to be a wide right game. One of the teams is going to win by a field goal.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-point game.
I was thinking
wide
that.
right. It's going to be an old scenario on there. You got to look at it too. Miami played Florida State the last 4 games. Last year, I think Miami was a 23-point favorite last year against the huge favorite. It's a little different this year with the different
But Florida
players.
State covered, right?
Last
Yeah, Florida
year
State covered. But
These games are always tight.
Yeah, 3-1 their last 4 against the spread when they play Miami. Florida State is. I don't know. It's just too tight of a game. I think it's, like I said, be a wide right game here, win by 3 points.
All right, let's go to what you think.
Yeah, hey, real quick. Meanwhile, now I just saw in 3 different books the line moved to 4 now, so it dropped another half point. Interesting.
Okay. Since you don't like those games,
was reading
what do you like?
What do you like, DK?
I'm going to look at tell you right now what I like here.
You should know.
I got a game here today, and then coming up on Saturday. Kentucky against is my birthday weekend too, coming up this week. So I'm going to be
birthday.
hot. But Kentucky's playing.
My wife's birthday weekend too.
Yeah, October 8th coming up next Wednesday. But Kentucky, Georgia, the line right now is 21-48.5. I'm going to jump on the dog in this one. I'm going to take Kentucky. I'm going to make them plus 21.5. Kentucky 5-1 their last 6 against the spread against Georgia. Georgia's playing cold versus spread right now as well. Georgia's 0-5 their last 5 against the spread. I'm not saying Georgia's going to lose the game, but they're not going to cover this game. Too many points in this one. I'll take it up to 21.5. Georgia win by 10-14. Nice little dog barking on Saturday at noon for us.
Yeah, my problem with that is that's Georgia's going to have a bullseye on them after losing that tough game to Alabama. And Kentucky's not a big, potent offense, and Georgia can run it up. But that's a tricky number, 20.5.
Too many points.
20.5. All right, so is that your best bet?
That's not my best bet. I got another one going in the evening time.
Let's go. Then I'll go to Teddy.
I got this Texas Tech Houston game. Current line right now, Texas Tech 11-51.
Showing lower.
It's got 11 everywhere, 11 across the board. But on this Texas Tech Houston game, I'm going to jump on Texas Tech. I'm going to lay 11 points on the road. Texas Tech, they're playing good football right now. They're 6-1 their last 7 against the spread, 5-1 their last 6 against the spread against Houston, 5-0 against the spread on the road their last 5. I love the stats. That's not why I'm using them. But I got Texas Tech winning this game by I probably win by 15 to 20 plus in this one.
Somebody's
Texas
always got to
Tech on
go
the
in this
road.
game, man. Both 4-0.
It's going to be a nice little run at Texas Tech. I got their quarterback going.
Mike
They
Grundy's
officially started him.
Yeah.
So it should be a good game.
Mike Grundy's done a hell of a job with Texas Tech, the head coach. They're back on the map, and they're playing really good football. That win against Utah was a pretty damn good win on the road.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Against a
Utah's an
quality
impressive team.
Right. I don't know. That's a tough freaking game, don't you think?
Texas
do.
Tech,
You
perfect.
got anything on that game?
No, but I do have going back to that Georgia play, TK. You know what I like doing with these big SEC lines? I've noticed it happens a lot. I don't know if you guys have noticed
Teasers?
it. No, I like playing when they're favored by 3-4 touchdowns. These big spreads. I like playing the first half. They almost always seem to get to these hot starts where they're up. You know, if there's a 21-point spread, they'll be up 17 at the half. And then they'll just stop. They'll stop scoring. And then they'll end up winning by 17 or winning by 14. So, I like your play. I think 21 points is a lot. I would say the other side of that coin is you could potentially make money twice by going Georgia first half and then taking Kentucky for the full game.
Speaking about college football, before you give out your plays over there, Teddy, I just want to ask you, what do you guys think about that guy taking the safety in the Indiana game? They knocked down the spread down there a little bit.
What's the difference?
Yeah,
Seven
come on,
and a
man.
half.
Yeah, but
No.
It dropped down to game time.
The spread was 6.
It was 8.5, and it moved down to 6.5.
But Scotty, let me ask you a question.
40 yards backwards.
If you had that game, you're telling me you would be playing?
Oh, the
no.
television went out the window.
You would have 6.5 because you would buy that point, and then you would have lost by 1.5. So yeah, I would say most people are moving that line anyway. So I think it mattered for a lot of people.
Yeah, but you think he was thinking of the point spread?
Well,
he knew about it. He knew exactly about it when he got on the TV at the end of the show.
Do I think he did it on purpose to affect the point spread? No.
Oh, he was
I
killing
think
the clock.
he was. He
It was
panicked.
kind of a dumb play because he could have fumbled that ball in the end zone and lost the game. He should have ran back,
What are you talking
fell
about?
down.
fall down on the 2
If
yard
he fumbles
line.
the ball and they run it back,
They had 8
2 yards.
You
They had
guys are
3
missing
seconds left, not 8.
They
3
had to
seconds.
run the clock to 0.
3 seconds.
No, it was 8 seconds.
3 seconds.
Was that fourth down?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it is what it is.
had-
It happened.
they had-
I don't think he did it on purpose to affect the point
They
spread,
just
though.
want to run the clock out. But I get it. It looks obvious like something's up.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. I think they, could have ran sideways, could have done whatever, but they didn't. For some reason, I don't know if they thought that they would defense the punt well enough that they had a shot to block. Because why would you even do that to begin with? You know what I mean? Just run around there.
It's just funny how all these college players know the point spread in the game when they're interviewed.
But
Of course, all their friends are betting.
They're all
That's
betting.
you thinking that.
No, they all
No,
know
he
that.
talked
They
about
all-
the
they all
starting
know it.
quarterback for Indiana.
He knows the spread. He knew it. The first
Come
thing
on.
he said, I know.
The first thing in the pokes in the
Let me ask you a question.
presser that he said.
You think the starting quarterbacks for the NFL
they know the point
are
spreads.
worried about the point spread?
They're not
they're
worried
not, but
about
they
it,
know
but
what
they
it
know
is.
it.
Yeah, so what?
They know what it is.
All right, I got you. Indiana, though, maybe they felt that they had a shot to block the punt. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, because like you said, they could have ran it out running sideways.
We got to remember, guys. These guys are making split-second decisions, so we can't fault them for it too much. But
it was kind of strange, though, like you said, because the line was 7.5, could have been 6.5. They were up 7, and now they win by 5.
it was an interesting play. We'll leave it at that.
I'll read the messages while Teddy gets out his picks.
What about the people that took the dog? They must have been jumping for joy, no? I mean, if you took the dog, you won your
got
bet on
blessed.
that play.
You got blessed, and then you think you're good, right?
Right. And then you say, oh, shit, look at that. I'm good. I'm good, man. I got that win. I'm surprised you guys aren't looking at any. I'm looking at some other games. I haven't heard you guys mention one. Are you done?
I got 2 games. I haven't given any of my college games yet, just my Friday game. I have 2 Saturday games
Let's
here.
go, man. I'm curious.
So my first
I
Saturday.
disagree with someone.
Well, we'll see. Boston College Pitt. Is that one of them? All right.
no.
So, guys, Pitt, they blew a 17-point lead against Louisville last week, and I know why they blew this lead. They have a strong offense. They have a strong passing game. 2 reasons why they blew this lead. Yeah. Their best running back was out of the game. You need a good running back in there to maintain that lead and run that clock. And number 2, they turned the ball over 5 times. They can't keep doing that. But besides that, they dominated that game, and they ended up losing by a touchdown at the end because there was a comeback. Guys, BC, Boston College, comes into this game losing 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
They have a solid run game, but Pitt is ranked 7th against the run. So Boston College strength is the run game. Pitt's defensive strength is going against the run. And Pittsburgh's senior running back that was out last week that I think was a big reason they lost that game, he's coming back this week. So I like Pitt here.
You like them as a 6.5?
I like Pitt as a 6.5. You don't even have to buy anything here.
Okay.
And I think that they cover the spread pretty easily. I think it's a 10-point game.
So they bounce back after 2 losses in a row.
Yes.
And BC's playing bad right now, but they're playing close. They lost to California at the very end, 28-24. They lost one game recently in overtime, 42-40. So they've been in some of the games the week before. I think they got
California is an interesting team, by the way. 1 week they're amazing, 1 week they're terrible.
The week I use them, they get blown out, 34 to San Diego State, and then the next week they go on the road. I was looking at the game at 5.5. I said, "Damn, they look good at 5.5." I stayed off it, and they win the game outright. All right, so that's your play on that game. You like Pitt minus 6.5.
Pitt minus 6.5.
The old dreaded 6.5.
Yeah, I like 6.5.
But
man.
it's home. It's a home team.
I actually like 7.5 better than buying it to 6.5. Right. Guys, I was wondering. I was looking at this Mississippi State Texas A&M game, and I was wondering. The public is heavily.
You think they're real A&M? They're undefeated.
I do, but here's the thing: they're 1-3 against the spread. Mississippi State's 5-0 against the spread. Mm-hmm. This is where Texas A&M needs to show people if they're for real. Everyone's expecting them to win the game. The public is heavily on Mississippi State because if the public's doing any type of homework at all, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that they're 5-0 against the spread, so the public's going to be betting them heavy. I love Texas A&M in this spot. I think that they don't just need to win this game. They're ranked 5th in the SEC right now. They're undefeated. Now, if they want to get to that next level and contend for the playoffs and contend in that SEC, which I mentioned earlier in the year, it's a wide-open SEC, I think, they need to win by a big margin here. So I'm looking for them to run this score up.
14.5, baby.
They need to win by a huge margin. I'm going to play it at 14 probably, and I'm going with Texas A&M.
You wouldn't bring it down under 2 touchdowns to 13.5?
Depends on how much it would cost me. It's funny. I saw, I won't say his name, but I saw a pretty well-known, you actually mentioned his name earlier before we started the show, pretty well-known football guy from a pretty well-known YouTube channel in the sports betting realm, absolutely shredding people that bought the full point on football. So he was anyone that buys from
must hate me.
Anyone that buys from 7.5 to 6.5 or 3.5 to 2.5, he was absolutely shredding them. And here would be my argument.
Why?
If it's such a bad move, why do so many sports books not let you do it?
Right.
Because they charge you double juice.
Or they charge you double. Now that's where
they still don't want you doing it even.
That's where I agree with him. One thing that he said that I agree with, a lot of people, they're moving from 3.5 to 2.5 on these games, and they're paying like 165 when they could just bet the money line for like 10 points more or something.
Exactly. So maybe 2 to 1.
That's where I agree. Just if you're going to move it like that and spend that much money, just bet the money line at that point.
All right. Anything else you're looking at?
Just those two for college. I lightened up my college.
No one to argue with today. What's going on?
I lightened up my college load today, man. I gave out too many college winners last week. I can't just keep.
I'm surprised nobody's on the Texas-Florida game. I like that game too, but
no.
Texas-Florida.
All right, Scotty, let's hear it.
Big game.
I got 2 games I really like.
Let's hear it.
I had them last week. I'm coming right back. I love Cincinnati against Iowa State. Iowa State, I know, is undefeated, but I think Cincinnati's real. They went on the road and beat Kansas. They got the job done. They're averaging 479 yards a game on offense, which is pretty damn good. I think Iowa State going on the road in this spot, in this environment, they're ranked 14th in the nation. They're undefeated. Cincinnati's at home 3-1. They're not a ranked team at all. The line's 1.5 Cincinnati, which I think is a reasonable line. I like Cincinnati on the money line. I'm just going to money line them. I think they get the job done. They're 2-0 at home. Iowa State, this is probably their true test so far, going on the road and playing against a team that's, scoring points and can hang in there. That's not a bad team. I mean, with Cincinnati, their only loss was to Nebraska in the first week where they lost 20-17. I thought they were going to get blown out in that game, to be honest, as I said. But they hung in there against Nebraska. I think Iowa State has a hiccup. I don't think this is a team that's going to go winning games every single week throughout the whole entire year. I think they're a little overrated at 14, even though they're 5-0. They had a huge win last week. They knocked me and T. I think we both agreed on that game, Arizona, and they got their asses kicked. I mean, they did look great in that game, but I think that was a perfect spot for them to take care of Arizona going on the road in that environment after being 3-0. I like Cincinnati at home. Money line play, no points, win, get the job done. And the other game I like, I'm going to use a favorite, which I normally don't use that often. big favorite. I love Michigan to blow out Wisconsin. I'm going to buy that line down to 16. I think Michigan is much better team. I don't think Wisconsin's much of much. They're 0-1 on the road. Yeah, they had a bye week, both teams last week. They lost at home. They couldn't even score 10 points. They scored 10 points against Maryland. Maryland was like a double-digit underdog. They ended up winning the game and crushing them 27-10. And Michigan played in a tough place against Nebraska in their last game. They played really well. They won the game in a close one, but they got the job done. I think they explode in this game. I think Michigan wins this game by 21 to 28 points and an absolute romp. And this is the type of game Michigan could use. They finally cracked the top 25. They're ranked 20th in the nation. Michigan rolls in this one. That's my 2 picks.
I know you were looking for someone to disagree with you, but I actually agree with you on that Cincinnati game. I like that play also.
So a reverse line move on that one. Iowa State opened by 2. They're 1.5 right now. Iowa State's never lost to Cincinnati. They won and covered both games they played them in.
Yeah, when? 20 years ago?
Yeah. Let me look.
Well, hold on.
Oh, last year.
Was it the same school?
Last year.
Last year,
34-17.
Scotty.
34-17.
Eat your words.
Iowa State was -7. They beat them by 17.
All right. Well, I'm going based on what goes on today, not what happened last year or 2 years ago or 5 years ago, because it's all different, different situations, different spot. I like the way Cincinnati's playing right now. They turned that loss. They've won 3 straight games in a row, got a little momentum, went in a tough place. No one thought they would beat Kansas outright, and they ended up. It was a closer game. Actually, they were up double digits. They let them score a cheesy touchdown at the end to cut it to 3. And they put up 37, I believe, in that game. So I think they can score. They can score against Iowa State. I think if Iowa State has a team that can stay in it with them and score on them, it might cause them to be a little jitters. So I think they beat Iowa State in this game.
I agree.
That's it. Those are my 2 for Saturday.
There you go, guys. Hope you had
actually,
that.
I had put out 4. I gave you guys Vandy. I gave 4 games out for Saturday. Vanderbilt, I like plus 11.5. I like Miami -3. I like Cincinnati on the money line. And as I said, Michigan, go blue. Go blue to win big. I bring it down to 16. I'm showing 17. What's your line you're showing? Because your numbers
Which game?
pretty sharper.
Scotty bringing the heat.
Wisconsin and
5 college games. Wow.
4.
Wisconsin, man. They're horrible this year.
Yeah.
Let me see what the current line is.
4.
Oh, 4. Okay. You didn't give anything free. No, Friday you gave a game too.
Friday.
So
yeah.
5.
There you go.
5 college games, Scotty.
Teddy's on me.
Bringing the heat. Guys,
Wisconsin
Yeah, you said
Michigan
you said make
17.
sure they grab the pen and paper.
you know, I had someone hit
is
me
it?
up. I had somebody hit
What
me
was
up while they're figuring out that
17,
line.
Michigan.
I had somebody hit me up, and he basically said, "You guys give out you guys are devaluing yourself, giving out all those free picks." I said, "Listen, it's what we do. You know what I mean? We enjoy it.
Their
we throw them out there.
Their opinions.
Opinions on it.
We might have one. We might have 1 week where we give more than the others, and
You want us to give one play? We'll give one. What do they want? We should take a vote.
well, I think he was talking more about the daily free plays that I
the
give
daily.
out. But
I only give out 1 free.
yeah, sometimes I give out 2 a lot of days.
I don't like to
think-
give out a lot of plays. It's not that wouldn't want to. I just don't see the value of doing it all the time. If I put out 5 games a day, I'm not going to be any better than them.
especially when people don't appreciate it.
Yeah,
when
you go 5 and
Well,
1 on
it's
your
not
free
even
plays.
about
You
the-
lose that one game and you hear the
Oh,
fucking
for me it is.
bluebirds come out.
It's not even about the appreciation. I mean, the numbers stack against you. It's like sitting on a blackjack table for 4 hours and trying to grind it out. You're going to end up getting your ass kicked most likely
Mm-hmm.
8 out of 10 times. Yeah, you'll have your 2 winning sessions. You'll think you're the greatest thing that ever lived playing blackjack. You'll write a book on it, how great you are in blackjack. Meanwhile, you lost your ass throughout your lifetime.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's the same with these games. I'd rather play a couple that I really like than just give out a bunch of opinions. But I do like these. I like these games enough to put something on them. I'm not saying these are all in games to push it all in with, but these are games to have some fun with. And
So important point Scotty just made there. The beauty of sports betting is that when you're playing blackjack or craps or roulette or any of these table games,
They want you.
you have a fixed winning percentage that if you're a perfect player, you're only going to win 49%. In sports betting, your sky's really the limit. If you know what you're doing, you can hit those 60 numbers and those 60 low 60s, mid 60s because if you're picking your spots. Now, the more games you play, the closer you're going to get to that 50-50 mark. So that's what Scotty's talking about right there. If you're betting 10 games a day, we're very good. We're good at what we do. If we all bet 10 games a day, we'd probably be 50-50.
maybe if we're lucky.
If we're lucky.
I play 1 a day like a vitamin, sometimes 2 on the weekends.
Exactly.
Yeah, but those. Let's make it clear. Those 1 a day goes to your private clientele.
Private clients, the best bet of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not putting out 1 a day just to anybody. We're putting out that 1 game that hits the criteria levels. Well, I don't want to speak for these guys. I'm kind of speak, but
You're pretty much on point.
Right. We pretty much think the same way. That one big game goes out to our players that take it serious, that want to run it like a business and try to end up making money at the end of the day doing this, not just gambling on games, chasing all day long like some people like to do. Anyways, college football is done. I hope you guys still have ink left because we're going into the NFL. And we got a Thursday night NFL game, which is interesting. It's a West Coast matchup. They're coming from the Bay into Southern California. San Francisco 49ers, 3-1. Lost last week to Jacksonville. That was a big play for me with Jacksonville. Got the job done finally with that one after losing that heartbreaker on the Colts. So it salvaged my day. The Rams at home. Talk about a team that's put it in the backside of me for the last couple of weeks. The L.A. Rams firsthand have done that their last two games. But the Rams are 6.5, 46.5. This is an interesting game because Brock Purdy is back, obviously.
No, he's back out.
Oh, he's back out?
They announced he's out now.
Okay, so Mac Jones again.
Mac Jones is back in.
Okay. Yeah, well, Brock Purdy was in last week, and I guess he got injured. Well, they said he was questionable.
It still says questionable.
Yeah.
It just came
I
up
don't think
8
he's
o'clock
out.
this morning.
Right.
Still questionable.
So here's what I would say about that.
You got to look at it both ways.
Here's what I would say about that. This line, I think if Brock Purdy was confirmed playing, I think this line would be 3-4. They opened this line up at 5.5, knowing that Brock Purdy was questionable. And then once Brock Purdy, the decision, I think, was pretty much people knowing that he's not going to play, it moved from 5.5 to 7.
Okay.
Can I just break this game down right now? Can I keep going? Because I'm on a roll.
Teddy Brooks.
You're
love
good
it.
because I'm not using it. I'll sit over.
So I'm
and
using
listen.
this game too. So here's the thing with this game. If you look at analytics, and you know how the league's all about analytics and numbers nowadays. If you look at the numbers, if you look at the main stat lines and the main ways that they analyze quarterbacks, Brock Purdy's numbers are not really that much better than Mac Jones this year. And Mac Jones, the game that he
I'm looking at
started,
him right now.
it was pretty darn solid. So here's what I think. I think this game is a major overreaction to last week. I think that 49ers would have been – I think what they did was put in Brock Purdy when he wasn't really ready.
Okay.
And I think they would have been better off with Mac Jones in. So, you know, there's a theme, and this theme is going to run through all three of my NFL picks this week. This is the NFL theme of the week. Make sure you focus here. You are never as great or as terrible as you looked last week.
Oh, that's for sure. That's a forgiven conclusion
So,
in the NFL.
that being said, I think this line is an overreaction to the Rams 49ers here. I think if you can give me 7 points with the 49ers in San Fran, I'm taking
It's
it.
not in San Fran.
Where is it?
It's in the Rams.
It's in LA.
Well, 3 hours from San Fran. It's
Well,
not a
don't
huge.
matter.
Yeah,
It's in Rams.
I'm taking it. I'm taking that 7. I mix my things around there. But wherever it is,
What's it? Hold on. What's in that cup? Come on now.
Yeah, the Rams have
But-
covered
but-
4 straight against them.
but seriously, I don't think the Niners are as terrible as everyone's starting to think just because of the way they lost to the Jags. So I love the Niners in this spot if I'm getting a whole touchdown.
The,
If I'm-
the problem that scares me, like you said, if it's Brock Purdy, is he 100%? If it's Mac Jones, he makes mistakes as well. I mean, with that defense, the Rams' defense is, it's a real deal defense. Let's face it. That's what keeps them in games, causes mistakes, whatever the case may be. Their offense is excellent. Stafford's having a great year. He's thrown for 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, over 1,100 yards in 4 games. That's almost 300 yards a game. He's thrown for like 208, almost 275 yards a game so far in each game, which is pretty damn strong for a guy that was complaining about had a back injury during preseason. He's come in and he's done a hell of a job for them. I mean, they're finding ways to win. Obviously, they're 3-1. It's a tough game on the road, man. You got a Brock Purdy that might not be 100%. That, like you said, they might put him in there. Like you said last week, they probably shouldn't have put him in.
Right.
They might force him back in because whatever the case may be, they figure he's better choice than Mac Jones.
Right. Absolutely.
80% of Brock Purdy might be better.
Plus,
than
he's getting the money. He's the guy. They want him to play because he's the one they're paying.
right. But San Fran's 2-0 on the road.
Yeah.
I can't go against the friggin' Rams, man, either way, because I
Okay.
lost my ass 2 weeks in a row.
You lost going with
so
them.
I'm
You
gonna
lost
stay-
going
I'm
against
I might
them.
go against them.
Staying off them.
Here's what I'll
Yeah,
tell.
game time decision. For
Here's
me.
what I'll tell you right here.
Can't get on them.
If they do announce that Brock Purdy, is going to be
that's it.
playing in this game,
Right.
this line's going to move.
All right, well, who would you pick if he's in? Are you still going with if he's in or out?
Not if the line moves. I'm going with this game because it's +7.
No, but if Purdy's out.
If Purdy's out, yeah, I'm playing it plus 7 while we don't know. But if they said, hey, Purdy's in and the line went to 4, I'd probably stay away.
Okay. All right, you hear that? Make a note.
So if you're going to bet it now before they make the announcement.
There you go.
Yeah, he says he did not practice yet so far this week.
I assume you'll take pleading the 5th with the Rams.
I'm pleading fuck the Rams. Fuck me the way to go. My luck, I take the Rams. They'll be up by 13. They'll fucking throw a pick 6. They win by fucking 6.
No, they'll go for a 2-point conversion and fuck it up.
Or they'll take a safety in the end zone while they're up by 7.
Yeah, I'm thinking something will happen in that game.
All right, well. Listen, we got a full slate of games on Sunday. What's the deal with this Minnesota team? Are they the international team? Now they're playing in London. Last week they were in Ireland. They stayed over there in Europe, obviously. Minnesota's playing Cleveland. I don't know if you guys are touching that game. I'm not.
I'm not touching it, but I think it's going to be an interesting game to watch because I think Dylan Gabriel's starting. I think they're benching Flacco.
Yeah.
Flacco, whatever that.
Trying to figure out who to.
Yeah.
What's going on over the guy? He got fucking robbed by gunpoint over there?
I don't know, man.
Skylar Thompson?
Yeah, Skylar Thompson.
I heard he was out late at night, too.
There's no way he was like just walking with his team. I mean, he had to be doing something off. You know, who knows? These third-string quarterbacks, man.
You don't know.
They know they're not going to play. Maybe they go party. Maybe he wanted to go meet some Irish girls.
Hey, he's probably up at the Temple Bar having a few drinks.
Yeah.
Get a couple of those nice redheads.
Where are they playing this week? This Minnesota game? Where's it at?
Playing the Cleveland in London.
In London.
All right.
Josh Yates, you might see a couple college coaches get fired if Florida or Wisconsin get blown out. That could be interesting.
I'm going to jump to you, Teddy, for the NFL. We'll start with you and then TK and then me. Who you looking at best?
Yeah, I'm looking at.
Do you guys have a best bet? Because it seems like you guys are giving a bunch of pit. But there's, like in college, do you have one?
Oh, I got one best bet, but I'm not giving it on the show, man. It's one of my players.
I don't know if anyone called the best bet of like.
Last week I called Ole Miss being my best bet. No, I think I called Virginia. Well, it doesn't matter because they both won. Right. It was one of those two plays. I don't remember.
You have a best bet in the NFL?
In the NFL, no. I'm not calling out best bet in the NFL.
I can't get you guys to ever come.
It doesn't matter. Just bet equal on all these games.
My games, man.
Because when you hear my games, you'll know why. I'm betting some risky games this week. So here we go, baby. This one's easy. Broncos versus Eagles.
Ooh.
Eagles at home. Eagles. I think that the Eagles, they're 4-0. I don't really know how good they are yet.
Right.
Every game has been close.
I agree.
There's a lot of inconsistency. They have bad halves, like against the Rams. They gave up, what were they losing? 24-0 at the half or something like that.
They were down 26-7, I think.
It's hard to
Something
cover.
Like to
it's hard to cover
12,
spreads when you're so inconsistent. The Eagles have traveled back and forth every single week. They haven't had 2 weeks either on the road or at home. They've been bouncing back and forth. Their margins have been wired thin, and I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Broncos. The only thing that worries me is the Broncos did just play Monday, but I'm liking the Broncos plus the 3.5. You give me that 3.5. You give me that half a point when I don't even have to buy it. I'm taking it all day. I'm taking I know the public's got to be all over the Eagles here, but I'm taking a very scary Broncos plus 3.5 here. I think this team's getting better and better every week, and they have a good defense.
You got to respect what Jalen Hurts has done so far. 6 touchdowns, no interceptions through the first 4 games of the season, and they're still 4-0. And he's only thrown for 609 yards in 4 games. That's 151 yards, 152 yards basically. So he's not even throwing the ball. He's moving the ball all over the place between the run and the pass, and they're finding ways, like you said. I mean, they're not winning like pretty, but they're finding ways to win the games. 3.5. I mean, they're not. That's a disrespectful line for the Eagles at home against a team like that. Because Denver, I mean, Bo Nix right now. It's his sophomore season. We talked about it earlier. Will he come back like he did last year? But he's thrown 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So he's been prone to throw picks.
He has.
And they're on the road in a tough spot like this. That's a tough game. I can't make heads or tails. You like that game, T?
Which game? I wasn't paying attention.
What are you, sleeping?
I was reading something on the screen over here.
Christ, he's sleeping.
I don't know. I was reading something, a message going across the screen.
Are you worried about the one customer that's sending you a message?
No, a customer was going to read the comment.
Denver and Philly. Any opinion on that game at all? You like that game? No?
You know I'm not a big Eagles fan. I'm not touching that one.
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
I'd probably agree with Teddy on that one on Denver.
And then my other NFL.
By the way, is that a big play for you or no?
I'm not. None of these NFL games are big plays for me right now.
Right.
College is. So this next play, you guys are going to love this one too. The Jags versus the Chiefs. KC shredded Baltimore last week. We all saw it on display. They looked like the old KC. I think this creates a massive fade opportunity here in this Monday night matchup. It goes back to my theme of the week. You're not always as good. You're not as terrible or as great as you looked the week before. And I think that's the case with KC here. I think Baltimore has major issues, and I think KC exploited it. Jacksonville handled the 49ers. Yeah, they're not a great team, but they're not a terrible team either. And if you look at the key metrics, these teams match up. I mean, besides head coach and quarterback, these teams are very evenly matched. Offensive line, defensive line, all the numbers. I think what shines about KC is they have Mahomes, probably the best QB in the league. They have Andy Reid at the helm. So all that stuff, I think creates, like I said, a really good fade opportunity. So if you're going to give me 3.5 here, I'm all over these dogs this week, and I'm taking the Jags plus the 3.5.
Okay, Jags plus 3.5. You leave it at 3.5?
Yeah.
Okay. T, what's your best bet, man?
I got a couple good games going here on Sunday.
I can't believe you guys. I haven't heard one of you guys liking any games I'm looking at.
I'm looking at this game here. You guys are going to laugh at the game I'm going to use here. But Dallas Cowboys, New York Jets.
Oh, God.
The current line's 2.5 right now, 47.5.
Talk about a shit game.
It's a shit game, but I kind of looking forward to the Jets, man. The Jets, I'm going to take them. I'm going to buy it up to 3.
They turn the ball over.
Let them turn the ball over. Dallas ain't much better as well. They're out with CeCe Lamb. They're not much better of a team.
He's out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not much better there. They're plus 3 here in this one, and I'm going to buy it to plus 3. I had the Jets Monday night. They screwed me on Monday night. I'm going to come back with them. Some key stats on this one. The Jets are 4-1 their last 5 against the spread after an ATS loss. Dallas are just 2-5 straight up their last 7 on the road. I'm going to have to say it for my boy Rich and my boy Yeti out there. Jets. They're coming in plus the points. Might get the win. Might not be 0-4 after this week, but I'm going to take the 3. If you guys want to buy up to 3.5, do it. But I'm jumping on the Jets, man. I think they're at home.
You're asking a bad team to win for you, man.
Yeah, they got Fields. He'll be ready to rumble. Dallas ain't much better of a team as well. I mean, Dallas, 1-2-1 now after that push.
We see Dallas can score, though.
Yeah, well, they got really no defense as well.
I
think the Jets finally do something, and they're at home finally on Sunday. I think they get it done.
I like that game to go over.
It's a total 47.5.
Yeah, I think they're going to score points. I think if the Jets are going to beat Dallas, they're going to have to score points to keep up with Dallas. I think Dallas will find ways to score somehow. That game combined, I think 47 looks interesting. But you guys are missing the sleeper of all sleepers. I can't believe it. I'm calling this my dog of the week in the NFL, guys. Everyone's going to laugh, but I'm cashing. New England Patriots, buy it to 8.5 against Buffalo. Don't be surprised if the Patriots don't go in there and have a shot to win this game. Jump all over it. Love it. This is a live dog. I don't care. Buffalo's 4-0. Throw records out the window. Throw past history, whatever the case may be. I think New England can go in there. Drake May is playing as good right now on offense, moving the Patriot team as Josh Allen is running the Buffalo Bills team. Yeah, the Buffalo's 4-0. Look at some numbers here. Drake May, 7 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, thrown for almost 1,000 yards. Last week he was dynamite. I mean, yeah, they lost. They won. I think what they lose to them? No, they didn't lose to Miami. They beat Miami. They're 2-2. I think they have a big shot in this game to go on the road and hang tight with Buffalo. I think if Buffalo's going to have a letdown, even though as crazy as it sounds, it's a division game, I think this game could be a lot closer. Josh Allen's thrown 7 touchdown passes, 1 interception so far, 924 yards. They're almost mirror images, the quarterbacks, as far as how they've been so far. And I just see the Patriots coming into this game focused as can be. What a shot to try to beat Buffalo. Love this game. 8.5. It's current. What's the line? 7.5 right now?
Circa, it's a solid 8.50 right now, almost everywhere.
I love this, Scotty. I didn't even really look at this
New
one.
England a little bit.
I like New England too. The line opened at 10.
I love when he comes on with
it. We got reverse line movement.
He's scared to go against me, I think.
No. I'm looking for a chance to go against you, but I'm just right on page with you. Line opened at 10. Public on Buffalo, moving towards New England.
Yep.
And Drake, like you said, Drake May. I think Drake May, as far as last year to this year, is the most improved quarterback in the NFL from one year to the next.
Yeah, he's doing well for his sophomore season. Playing real well. Last week they looked dynamite. They made all the right moves in that game. I mean, I get it against Carolina. I get it. It's home. Now you're shifting to Buffalo. But Buffalo's not going to win every game, guys. I don't care how good they are. They're going to drop games. And as I said earlier in the year, my picks were Buffalo, New England, Miami and Jets. those were the order I thought that AFC East would be in. And right now it's in the exact order as I expected, and it'll probably continue.
Josh Yates asked you, Scotty, do you sprinkle a little bit of money, a little sprinkle, on the Patriots money line?
Ooh, Josh, come on, man. You're making it tough on me. Hold on. I don't want to get any gray hairs going on in there. I like the points, man. I can't give up all those points. I think they got a shot, though. I'm telling you. I think they really do. I think if they come, Mike Vrabel is an excellent coach, and he's a great motivator. And I'm sure he's saying, let's get these guys. Let's get these guys. These guys aren't as good as their 4-0 record. Whatever the hell he's saying, pounding shit or throwing shit, he's probably getting them jacked up for this game. Now, if they go there and lay an egg because they make mistakes and turn the ball over, and Buffalo, Josh Allen goes hog wild and throws for 400 yards, which I don't think he will against that Patriot defense. I think the Patriots defense is solid enough to keep themselves in the game, and their offense is good enough to play with Buffalo. That's it. I just think both sides of the ball give me I think they're going to stay in this game.
And teams are going to get up to beat Buffalo. They have that target on their chest right now. Everyone wants to beat them.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to win forever. I mean, I know we'll probably get comments, Buffalo's going to win every game this year. Come on, stop. They're going to end up losing 4 or 5 games this year, sooner or later. They're playing great right now. I love Josh Allen. He's a beast, obviously. But New England's 1-0 on the road. They went to Miami and beat Miami. They scored a bunch of points. If they could score 24 points or more, I think they're in this game. What do you think? They got to score how many, you think, to win the state cover?
I think the New England can hang with them as a dog.
He's sleeping on me today.
Yeah.
I'm reading a lot of stuff going across the string. I'm still waiting to give out my other game.
Again with the reading. What are you reading?
I'm reading my
We're
stats.
doing a show. He's reading notes.
He's doing his homework on the
Ben,
spot.
what's going on here? He's looking at the people's comments. Who cares?
Well, you said look at the comments. I was reading them across the board.
You got any good ones?
I got
Share
another
with
game
us.
going here, man.
What?
I got Washington going against the Chargers. Current line's 2.5 and 48.
No Daniels, maybe.
I had Chargers last week minus 6.5. I bought it to 6.5. I lost on that one, but the Chargers are going to fire right back. They're 5-0 their last 5 against spread after a loss.
Yeah.
4-1-1 their last 6 against Washington. I think Herbert has a good game here. They jump back and definitely cover this game, win this game by a touchdown plus. I'd jump on the Chargers, lay to 2.5. Washington Commanders, not much of a team out there, 2-2 right now.
Right.
The Chargers, I think, were too strong for this team. I don't know why the line's 2.5. I guess, like you said, a couple injuries out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Daniels playing or he's not?
He's questionable.
And the wide receiver, I don't know if he's playing. They say they're both questionable.
Who, McLaurin? Yeah. I don't know if he's playing or not, but I'm not looking at the game, so that's why I don't know.
One other game, and I'll call it a day with the NFL because we touched on everything. I just was curious if you guys, because I know you love Baker. Or somebody.
I love Baker.
You know what?
Tampa,
you say if I love a game, this is
on.
a game I actually love, so I'll give it out. I wasn't going to give it out, but I'll wait for you to talk about this one.
No, I was just curious if you guys had an opinion. There you go. I got it out of you.
I'm actually giving it out to my top players, and I'm going to give it out to everybody here. I'm going with Baker Mayfield in this one. Let's see what the line is right now. Right now, they're plus 3.5. I'm going to jump on Tampa. They're going to shock Seattle in Seattle. Tampa Bay will win this game straight up here this weekend. Tampa Bay Bucks with Mayfield. That's a nice winner. I would play him on the money line.
No,
I don't even need the 3.5.
No, what's his name? The receiver for Tampa.
Evans?
Yeah, Mike Evans.
He's hurt?
He's out.
Oh, man.
Oh, I don't know. He's been out for a while, but he's out. Yeah, that should be a great game. Sam Darnold's doing his thing with them. They're both 3-1. I don't have anything on that particular game. I gave you what I thought were my two good ones, and that's kind of where I'm at. But all right, guys, listen, we had an action-packed show. We're almost in an hour right now, and let's touch real fast, and then we got to sign off.
Got to be fast though, because Ben's giving us the circle.
All right. Any surprise in the baseball playoffs? Obviously, the Yankees losing last night might have been the only surprise.
It was a surprise for me last night.
Bases loaded with no outs, and they couldn't score a run.
First time ever.
That's a surprise to me.
First time in history that a home team with bases loaded didn't score a run in the bottom of the ninth with bases loaded.
Who you liking to win the World Series?
I already gave it. I like Mariners and Brewers. I don't know who's going to win. I think I lean Mariners. I think the Mariners might win this all.
Okay.
I go Dodgers, Brewers, or Seattle. How about Ohtani cranking a home run first bat last night?
So he had 2 last night.
He had 2 last night. I've watched the leadoff home run.
And Freddie Freeman's doing his thing, and Hernandez. They got a complete team. The Dodgers. I wouldn't be surprised if they're the ones that knock Milwaukee out. All right, guys. Listen, we had a great show today. Glad you guys were on here. I hope you got a lot of opinions here. And again, just take it slow with these games. They're games to have some fun with. This is stuff we do our homework on. We're not asking you to go out there and crush these games. Play them for fun. Try to build up a little bankroll. And we'll be back here, obviously, next week on Wednesday live from Podcast Junkie Studios in Boca. I want to sign off. TK, my man, where can the people find you on social media and get any and all your best advice?
Well, the best place to find me is right on Instagram. I put up a lot of stories daily. There's a lot of polls and stuff I put up there. You can have some fun with that. But you go right to Instagram at TK Wins. And if you're on there, on the Instagram, just follow right to my website. You can check out everything as well there. But check me out on Instagram at TK Wins.
Are you verified?
I'm verified.
Blue check mark, guys.
Make sure you do the blue check. I'm
verified on them all. TikTok, X. I'm verified on every one of them.
All right. Anyways, make sure, guys, you follow the blue verified check marks on all of us. There's a lot of people out there. I've been having issues recently of guys sending people messages. It's not me. Unless it comes from me directly, especially if you're dealing with me, make sure you reach out. Do not purchase anything unless you speak with me or come to my official blue check mark on Instagram, SM Sports Picks. Anyways, Teddy Brooks, where can they find you?
Yes, sir. So you can find me at _profits_pick, no S after pick. Same thing that Scotty said, that blue check mark has to be there. Guys, if it's not a bunch of stories and the channel and all that good stuff and you don't see all that action happening, it's not our page. So make sure you look for that blue check mark. That's the best place to find me. I'm giving out so many free picks that people are telling me I got to start giving out less free picks. That's where you can go.
You're working hard, man. You're working hard. That's what they got to appreciate, the hard work, man. I see you up there more times than I see my wife.
There you go. I'm doing my job then. I'm doing my job. That made me happy. That might have been the best thing I heard all day.
The one and only Teddy Brooks, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of the Sports Profits, my man TK, Tommy the Hitman King from TK Wins. I'm Scott Matthews, the host of the show each and every week. Get the Edge Sports Podcast right here in Boca. As I said, you can find me. Make sure, guys, again, blue verified check mark. I've been having issues with people telling me they're receiving messages from me and special offers and things that they're getting text to their phones. It is not us. It is not us. Unless you reach out to us, make sure you're on the right. Don't go to the wrong page and pay someone that's saying they're me when it's not me. And you can find me, again, SM Sports Picks, PICKS with the blue verified check mark each and every day. Free picks, broadcast channel, you name it. We got it going on. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you back here. Let's hit some games this week. Make some money. That's the name of this game. And we'll catch you back next Wednesday, 2 o'clock live, right here on Get the Edge. Have a great day. Ba-boom. TK, wake up, TK.
I was trying to read the messages on there.
You caught TK sleeping twice.